So hi and welcome to this another episode with me आशीष। और एपिसोड के साथ में आपके सामने हूँ। आई थिंक आप बहुत सारे ऐसे वीडियोस देख रहे हैं जहाँ पे आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू ब्रिंग आउट पीपल फॉर यू व्हिच मेक योर क्वेश्चंस गिव यू आंसर्स जो आपके दिमाग में बहुत ज्यादा आते हैं अगर आप MBA प्लान कर रहे हैं। Have somebody with me and I'll ask Lakshya to introduce yourself so that we can proceed with the questions. Yeah, Lakshya, over to you.
First off, thanks a lot for having me here, folks. Great to be a part of this series that you're focusing on. So I think quickly about myself, I am Lakshya Kumar, as Arshi mentioned. I am currently working for a consulting firm, and prior to that, I was doing my MBA from a college called IIM Calcutta. I scored 99.99 percentile in CAT, and I was the All India non-engineering topper as well for that year. I have mostly lived my life around Delhi, so was doing my undergrad as well from University of Delhi, Shahid Sukhdev College of Business Studies. So that's pretty much sums up my life up till now. Yeah.
Let's say जिन students के academics उतने अच्छे नहीं होते हैं, they always have this thing कि you can enhance your profile. Profile gives a lot of weightage, जब आप interview के लिए बैठते हो. So what are the things what they can do to enhance their profile? Let's say उन्हें पता है वो अपने अभी फर्स्ट ईयर में भी ग्रेजुएशन हो सकती है, सेकेंड ईयर में उनको पता है कि दे हैव टाइम कि जिससे वो अपनी प्रोफाइल को एनहांस कर सकते हैं इन केस अगर एकेडमिक्स को बैलेंस कर सके तो व्हाट यू विल सजेस्ट टू दैट? या
No, I think that's a very fair question because this is in the mind of a lot of folks कि IIM आ गए now what, या फिर IIM आने के लिए भी the interview thing, now how do we go to the interview thing? I think one good thing about IIMs in general is that folks, whatever you're doing, you might be an engineer, you might be an architect, you might be a fashion model for that matter, or a CA, whatever you're doing, you need to be excellent in that, right? What I imply by that is they will not judge you, let's say an engineer against, let's say a CA graduate. No, these folks are different. They understand that, right? What though they will judge you on is when you were doing your CA or when you were doing your engineering, were you doing the best you could or not? What I imply by that is, let's say for an engineer, it might be that you have to score decently when in academics. That's one aspect of it. Were you also, let's say, doing internships in your technical domains? Were you also, let's say, building certain projects or models or whatever you have to do as a, let's say, if you're a mechanical engineer, maybe you were building something around it. Let's say if you were an electrical engineer, you were building something around it. For me, let's say I was a sort of a commerce graduate, a BMS graduate. What was I doing? Was I interning at a investment banking firm? So whatever I was doing, whatever I was supposed to in my journey, was I doing that well or not? Right. So that's one aspect of it. So advice to you, if you're an engineer, go do whatever is suited for your field. Let's say try to build a project, try to do internships around that. Like that definitely adds to your profile. And you get to say, hey, I might not be doing a management degree, but I was doing engineering and I was good at it. Right. So you judge me from that perspective. And that's how most of the IIM professors do it, by the way. Right. That's one aspect to your answer. Second part of it is that you also need to show that extra flair. Now, when I say extra flair, this is sort of a sweetener on the top. It's not needed for that matter, but it's sort of a sweetener. Is that in those extracurriculars, let's say there are multiple societies in colleges. It can be dramatics, it can be singing, it can just be quizzing as well. It need not be that you need to have something like you need to sing well, you need to dance well, you need to act well. That's not the case. You can also be a part of academic societies, let's say your CSIT society or whatever. You can be a part of those societies, hold some positions of responsibility. Let's say a secretary, a president, a vice president. That does add a flair to your resume. Like I would not deny that, right? Because this is like the individual was performing well in academics as well, and in the meantime, he or she was performing well in the position of responsibility area as well. And definitely if you're good at sports, because there are multiple activities, there are inter-hostel meets and whatever your college gives you an opportunity, were you actually thriving on those opportunities or not? Or were you just shunting them away? Hey, I would just focus on academics because I need to be there, right? So it need not be that you are a 90% or whatever 9 CGPA or 9 pointer. You can also be a decent 7 pointer, right? But you have great extracurriculars. That's also a possibility. I've seen so many profiles with that flair getting into not just IIMs, but also scoring the best job opportunities out there. So I think that you can focus on.
So I think I'm done with all the questions which is related to the preparation and overall profiling thing. So thank you so much, Lakshya, for your time. I think I'm done with my questions, and yeah, it was lovely interacting with you.
No, thank you, Arshi, for having me here. Hope this was helpful for our friends.
Okay.
Thank you.